All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all around the globe, it's always a pleasure. I got to recognize her first, Dr. Janet Palmer. Doc, how you doing today, madam? Uh,
I'm well, thank you.
thank you so much for being with us today. You know, one thing I love about Dr. Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, she gives you a chance to think for yourself. Just think about some things. So when I come up with a new show, I was telling Doc about a guy called Reflections with Dr. Palmer. And that could be you as well, anybody else, but we're featuring Dr. Palmer today. And Doc, we know for sure that you had a birthday recently. So I wanted just to hear from you about your thoughts and your reflections on your wonderful celebration of birth and just where you're at today. So I'm gonna just release this time to you and just talk about reflections. How was your birthday, and what's your thoughts today in that area?
Well, once again, thank you so much for enabling me to be a part of your network and also a part of those that you reach and the many lives that you impact so richly in a variety of ways. There is never really a cookie cutter approach to
Right.
Kevin Vaughan. It's multifaceted, and so you're always challenging us to look at our diverse selves. And so for that, I thank you. One of the things that I do annually and have done it pretty
Yeah.
much as long as I've known myself is being able to reflect and look at who I have been
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
past year. And I take a look quarterly at who I am in all facets of my being.
Hmm.
And also a month or so before the celebration of my birth,
Yeah,
I
got
look at where I am,
it.
where I
Yeah.
want to be, and the things I want to hold on to, and the things I want to increase or better. So
Hmm.
this year was no different. And I do fast quarterly
Yeah.
and have done that for years. This time I decided that I would go public with it and
Yeah.
chronicle the 40-day journey
Hmm.
for me. It was simply amazing. The fast itself from day 1 to 40 was extremely easy for me. I have devised a method utilizing, and going to give a shout out to Eat to
Yeah.
Live, Not to Die on Instagram. I have been connected with him for years, and he is just amazing for me.
Love
And
it.
he provides for me, foolproof methodology for
Hmm.
how to fast.
Yeah. There you
And
go,
it
Doc.
works very well for me. It works extremely well for me. So following his protocol, it was iron fluoride teas. In addition to his package, there are also some additional herbs that I add to this. So it's like about 40 herbs. And I showed that in the beginning of my 40-day process
You do.
of
Yeah.
my preparing myself for that. So I made several batches of that over the 40 days and drank that with sea moss, fresh coconut with electrolyte powder. And
Hmm.
that carried me on. Well, day 40 came, and it wasn't until the last couple of hours
Wow.
of the 40-day fast, going into the day of the refeeding, that it really became challenging for me.
Really.
And it was a battle
Hmm.
with
I mean,
Janet and Janet's flesh. I
hmm.
had already chronicled, I had already checked off the box of day 40.
Yeah.
But the challenge was, well, you can eat, no one would know, you could do this. And I really had to come to the throne of grace
Wow.
and submit my flesh to the God that I know
Yes, ma'am.
and just say, this is reminiscent for me of when you were tempted. And when the devil said, well, you can turn the stones to bread, you can do this, you can do that. And for me, it was a similar thing. You could
Wow.
eat, you could just drink something, you could do whatever, and no one would know.
Yeah.
but I had to be a woman of integrity for me. And so I prayed, I walked. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I jumped on the treadmill and did what I had to do to pass the time. So
Hmm.
that was the most challenging portion of the fast for me.
Wow. That's amazing,
The,
Doc.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead to complete. I'll just
Yeah. And so what that did for me was create a new pathway, a new runway for my new year. I have to be accountable and true to me, irrespective of what I do.
yes, ma'am.
And so for me, that's how I began my new year. How
Wow.
do I go forth and be a woman of increased integrity, a woman of increased accountability, a woman of increased transparency?
Yes.
And that is my commission for this year.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. Incredible. I love it. Doc, I love the fact that you said, first of all, accountable to your creator, God. That's important to keep our word to him. And then secondly, to yourself. And we hear it all the time, right? To thy own self, be true. And that means down to the last second, or whatever that goal is, right? It doesn't mean just because you made it for the day. What about that last hour, that last few minutes? Are you true to that part? So that's what I love about that, Doc, is that we got to begin to not only take that wisdom that you just shared with that on the reflections with Dr. Palmer, but also how do I incorporate that in my own life? And Doc, that's what I want to have you share too as well. Is some people have birthdays today, and anything you would like to share with them that may want to take some inventory about themselves today. But what would you say to those who have a birthday today in this area?
Celebrate yourself.
There you go.
Give thanks for wherever you are,
Yeah,
whatever obstacles you are faced with. Find something to be grateful for.
there you go.
Thank your lungs
Yeah.
for breathing to the capacity that they can.
Yes.
Even if you are using oxygen,
Yeah.
that reflex
Mm-hmm.
of doing an in and an out is
Yeah.
still something that you're able to do.
Right.
If you are able to walk, give
Mm-hmm.
thanks that
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah.
one leg knows to go in front of the other,
Yeah. Yeah.
irrespective of what your challenges are. Find something to be thankful for that you're
Right.
hearing, that
Yeah.
you're seeing,
Yeah.
that you
I
have a sense of touch, that
love
you
it.
have connectivity, that you have internet so that you can hear.
Yeah.
There is
Exactly.
always something to be grateful for. And
Yes.
so find something to be thankful and grateful for. And happy birthday. May I be amongst those that have said happy
Yeah.
birthday to you.
Absolutely, Doc. And those may listen later on. It may be your birthday when you see this again with Dr. Palmer. So we're excited about that. Hey, real quick, guys, there's her website, guys. I want you to check Doc out a little later on. Go to her wonderful website. And if I'm not mistaken, you just got it updated. Is that correct, Doc? Did it change a little
Yeah.
bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
There's
looks
some
great.
subtle changes.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
thank
there are some self
you. Yeah,
guided
yeah.
workbooks that
Mm-hmm.
you can purchase and you can go through. And at the
Mm-hmm.
culmination of those guides, you get a free session with me to unpack what you have discovered.
Yeah.
So that is also available for you on my website. We were having some issues. We were trying to release that after my fast, and we were trying
Yeah.
to tweak that. So
Right.
prayerfully, by the time you get to my website, you will be able to purchase and
Yeah.
have that to go through. And at the end of your process, book a session with me, and we can unpack what you've learned and
Absolutely.
experienced.
Amen, Doc. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, also know because Doc is global, we're talking about organizations, associations, and groups, and also even your workforce as well, whether it's whether it's a private or a corporate level, she's available for that as well. So I highly recommend you book that time, a discovery call with her, and definitely make that happen as well. You know, Doc, while you was talking earlier, I wrote down how, if we don't mind, how important it is for us to just slow down and enjoy a day or enjoy the end of the week or the weekend, just slowing down enough to just listen to the birds sing, you know, and it's in your backyard, maybe, you know, how important is slowing down for a little while just to reflect on some great things that we're doing in our lives.
Definitely. If you're driving, if you're the
Yeah.
passenger or if you're the driver, roll your window down and enjoy the fresh air that's coming at you as you're driving.
Yeah, exactly.
As you are just sitting, waiting
Yeah.
for your kids to come out of school, if you're in the park lane at the school, going to pick up your kids, see how
Yeah.
many butterflies you can see coming in at your window. See
Yeah.
how many birds you see.
Yeah.
When the kids get in the car, see if on the way home they can count how many squirrels they see.
I love
Just looking and see who can come up with five before
it.
you hit the next traffic light. These are all things that you can show gratitude and appreciation for.
Absolutely. Oh, I love it. Hey, guys, we're here with Reflections just for a few minutes, about 15 minutes with Doc today. I'm so glad she was able to come on briefly to bless you guys today and bless me as well. Reflections with Dr. Janet Palmer, about 15 minutes. But people say, Doc, people may want to know, well, why do you do all this? Why do we do this? Man, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Definitely, because you matter.
That's exactly right, ladies and gentlemen. You matter. Dr. Palmer matters. I matter. All of us matter on the planet. As we talk about the planet's population, 8.6 billion and growing as we speak, they all matter. We all matter, folks. That's what it's all about. So, Doc, thank you so much. I want to give you some final thoughts, Doc. Anything else you'd like to say before we close out? Any final thoughts there for our
Just
audience?
deeply appreciate you for always wanting to reach out and connect and ask people to share their best selves with the world and give some kind of positivity
Yeah.
to those people that are listening and are eager to hear something from you. So, for that, I thank you. And I'm deeply, deeply appreciative of who you are and how you really make a diligent effort to contribute greatness into the world. So, for that, I thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And we give you the double portion back, Doc. We thank you because we know you have things going on as well. And again, our network loves you. I love you personally there. We had the pleasure of meeting you here in Atlanta. So thank you so much for your time and your wisdom because it does help us all around the globe for those who are listening. Hey, guys, I want you guys to go to janetpalmer.com, janetpalmer.com. Also, I want you guys to share this out as well because you just never know. Doc, one person, lives may change because you heard the words of Dr. Janet Palmer today on reflections. We want to always reflect. Reflect every day, folks. As soon as you wake up, you could be holding that cup of coffee, cup of tea, or whatever, or making your dinner for the day. Reflect on everything, you know, just whatever you're excited about, you know, and know that you matter and put yourself up front and be excited about your wonderful life because the creator God was excited enough to bring us here. So that's enough right there, Doc. The fact that if you recognize why you're here and how you got here, because I'm going to tell you, Doc, I had nothing to do with me being here. That's for sure. Oh, man, had nothing to do with me being here. So we thank God for his wisdom and his awesomeness. And guess what, folks? We all have purpose. And we all, matter of fact, some of you may need to go up to the mountains and just look at the beautiful autumn colors, right? Whatever you got to do, folks. Doc, I don't know if I told you that I love train rides. I got to take me a train ride. I haven't done that in a long time. Take a train ride just around the country and just enjoy that. And that'll definitely get you fired up for sure in that area.
Those people who are interested in finding out their why, they can
Yeah,
also read my book,
yes,
Human GPS,
yep,
God's Perfect Script, The
yes,
Fulfillment of My Why. And that
yes,
helps you to understand your created purpose.
yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you so
So
much.
thanks again.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, we got to go. This is about 15 minutes with Dr. Janet today. Hey, this is called Reflections on the MLT Network. And again, we thank Doc for your time today. And we thank you for your time today as well, guys. Hey, we'll see you next time. Doc, hold on a second. But we'll see you guys next time on Reflections with Kevin Vaughan. And guys, don't forget to go to the website there. Doc's got a wealth of information for you. It's going to take you to the next level. All right. Hey, don't forget to share this out, guys. And we'll see you next time. Doc, once again, thank you for your time.
Bye.
All
Take
right.
care.
Everybody. All right. Take care, everybody. See ya.